guys, and welcome back. Welcome to episode 2 of Business Bricks Stories and Tips with Pam and my little co-host Isaiah for today. Hey, check it out. Today, I want to talk to you about counting the cost. So today's topic is count the cost or you might go broke. Now, the business brick today comes from, of course, the most wisest book in the entire world, which a lot of businesses are founded on these principles. They just don't give it credit. They just kind of pull from there, and if they don't want to, they don't give credit, and if they do, they do. But I'm going to give credit where credit is due. We pull it from the Bible again today, and the business brick comes from the book of Luke, chapter 14, verses 28 through 30. And I'm going to read it in the Message version really quick. It's really short. It says, "Is there anyone here who, planning to build a new house, doesn't first sit down and figure the cost so you'll know if you can complete? If you only get the foundation laid and then run out of money, you're going to look pretty foolish. Everyone passing by will poke fun at you, saying he started something and he couldn't finish." Okay, guys, I got a little story to share with you. So, first of all, remember in the last video we talked about having a plan? This is kind of picks up from there. When you have your plan, you actually sit down and you count the entire cost of what it's going to take to do and complete what it is you want to do. Check this out, right? I had been doing taxes for over a decade now. When I got off of active duty back in October 2003, I actually met up with somebody, the lady that was actually doing my husband and I taxes. I talked to her a little bit, and I was kind of interested in doing it because my last year in the military, while on shore duty, I went TAD, temporary assigned duty, to the tax center. So I was actually preparing taxes, like the last tax season of the year I was active duty, which was 2003, and I really began to enjoy it. So when I got out of the military, the lady that was actually doing our taxes, I talked to her about it because she was doing it from her home. I was like, well, so how did you get started doing it? So she gave me the quick and skinny of it, so she actually got me started with my own. And for that first year, I actually worked under her company, and but I was doing it from my home, which I absolutely loved. And I made shucks, I probably made like $2,000, doing that tax. I was like, oh, this is pretty good. And I was just working directly for her. So that next year I actually jumped out and I did it. So I was doing taxes for a few years, and then come 2008, now mind you, I was still working as a government contract at that point, but I'm like, I want to take my business to the next level. I don't want to do it from my home anymore. I want to get my own little office. I want to be nice and professional and do all this good stuff, right? So what I do, boom, I hops out there and I get me an office, a professional office, mind you, in one of the city centers that we had here in our city. So I was all excited about it. I went and I rented furniture from the errands and decked my office out. I mean, TVs, desks and stuff. I even hired 2 assistants. I brought my sister down here from Georgia, and I hired a bilingual young lady. She was really cool. So I'm doing all this big stuff, and mind you, I hadn't fully counted the cost. I didn't think about the monthly rent and bills. I thought about it, but I don't think I calculated it. Matter of fact, I know I didn't calculate it for the entire year. I just was calculating how much money I'm gonna be bringing in throughout the tax season and stuff. Because by that time I had been doing it a few years, so I was making decent money, and we really probably, if I was a little more wise then, we probably could have lived off that for the rest of the year. I mean, but not now. We got so many kids. But, I didn't count the cost, so I was doing all this top-notch stuff and everything. I'm paying for my employees lunch every day, and oh my gosh, till we got about 2-3 months in. And mind you, my tax business, I had a lot of clients, and most of them came by word of mouth. People just kind of tell their friends and family members about me. Boom, I have new clients, so I did that. But what I realized is my clients like the convenience of them being able to drop their stuff off with me and me calling them on the phone just to tie up any loose ends. And then I was able to email it to them, download, and I just drop all this stuff in the mail to them. We was able to sign electronically and all that stuff. They like the convenience of doing that. Nobody really likes to sit, I mean, from my experience, I know I don't, nobody really likes to sit in a tax office and have their taxes done and wait for an hour or two, especially if you're going to one of these other places. Nobody really likes to do that. So if you have somebody trusted that you can sit down with, I mean, and maybe once, and then every year they're on, you just send them your stuff. That's what people want. They want the convenience of that, and they trust you, so they're going to do it. So about a month or two into this tax season, I realized my clients, they were still just dropping the stuff off. I'm thinking, oh yeah, they'll come sit in my office. No. You know, so once I saw that I was really full of myself and my tax, oh, this is nice. I even threw a big grand opening and stuff. I spent some money on it and had it catered and food. We even got a picture of me cutting a ribbon, the Chamber of Commerce coming out and everything, you know. But my clients, they just didn't, I can count on two hands how many clients actually sat in the office, and they were new clients, you know. But everybody else, they was like, girl, I trust you. Go, just give me a call when you're done. We'll go over and I'll tell you yes or no, send or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. You know, so what I do, I was sitting in there, you know, it became like a second home for my kids. They chilling up there in my tax office and stuff, feet kicked back, watching TV. You know, my husband like, hey, it's getting a little too late. Y'all need to come on home. You know, I'm like, yeah, you right. You know, so now I'm thinking about all this money that I'm shelling out to pay my employees and to pay these bills and stuff. And coming in the tax season, they weren't even, nobody was coming in to sit down because they were just giving me their stuff electronically or dropping off. I'm like, you know what? I'm wasting all of this money just to feed my ego, you know, and all this money, I really could have kept it in my pocket, could have been going towards the family. I was like, I'm done. I ain't paying rent no more. You know, I didn't even think about legally breaking the lease. I just moved my stuff out at night, and I just kind of chucked the deuces to it. So guys, I want to tell you, don't do that, because you're going to incur a lot more debt by breaking leases and not talking to people. Mind you, I was still in my 20s, guys, when I did this, so it was still a lot that I had to learn. I was really like ignorance totally on fire, you know. So, but that's why I wanted to tell you guys, count the cost, otherwise you're going to be losing money. Nobody wants to lose money. So that's my tip for today, guys. Count the cost and make a wise decision. Like I said in the first episode, make a plan. You know, truly count it all, or you might go broke. So thanks guys for tuning in today and watching episode 2 of Business Bricks, Stories and Tips from Pam. You know, so guys, make sure you like this if you're on the fan page. Leave me a comment. I enjoy your feedback. If you're actually watching this on our YouTube channel, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and leave us a comment. Also, you can find more interesting and fun information if you go to my blog at IamPamelaMurphy.com. So thanks guys, baby's getting tired, and I see you in the next episode.